Hi, today we want to talk about World Tile Map, the why and the how. But before we get into the nitty-gritties of the technicalities, let's look at a few samples that I have created in the recent times. What you see on the screen is the global tile map where each mark is a country and they're colored by the natural gas production. And no, the tile map doesn't have to always look like a tile. It can be any shape. Like here on the screen with this example of global precipitation, each country looks like a water droplet because we are talking about precipitation or raindrops. Tile map charts can be used in conjunction with other chart types. Like here we have a filled square within the tile. In option 2, we have slope graphs within each tile of the country. And here we have a trend, although it's hard to see, but it is essentially a trend of the genders over time inside each of these tiles. Now that we have looked at some of the examples of tile maps, let's understand why we would need a tile map in the first place. Some countries are very hard to see on an actual map. Like we have Fiji Islands here, Samoa here. It's very difficult to even compare the color density, which signifies the GDP in this case, while some other countries are massive. In business intelligence, size also signifies value. Sometimes it is important in a bar chart. Although that's not the case in maps, but subconsciously the audience can get distracted by the size. That's where tile maps come in. Now let's understand how I can take this from being a filled map to a tile map in Tableau. The first and foremost important ingredient is a spreadsheet, in my case, where I have the rows, the columns, the names of the countries, and their code. We have this data source already. We will drag and drop the spreadsheet with the world tile information into our data source. And then prepare a relationship with the world tile map data on the country field. Sheet. Numerical Tableau by default made them measure. We will drag them up to be dimensions. Drag columns to column, rows to rows. Custom shapes like a hex over here. Let's use this. Size it, make it smaller. Allow any of the shape files or the flat file for the data, let me know and I will share it with you. Thanks.